something. What do we sing? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. What did we sing? What did we sing? So, Hare Krishna, Haribo. Welcome, welcome, welcome everyone. We will just sing a sweet melody, sweet kirtan. Everybody, Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirshesha Sunyavadi Paskatya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Shiva Shadi Gaur Bhakta Vindam Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama, 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 Hare, Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, Hare. Everyone, we need you to do something to be able to relish this ocean which we will try to flood you with. We need you to absorb. Now, absorption can be needs three elements, very important. It needs all your three human endowments, that which was given to you. Your body, your mind and your heart. With your body you just sing and hear. With your mind you focus, and with your heart you try to sing with some devotional feelings. Please sing now. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna. So I thank you all very much for, yes, building such a wonderful community, a short-lived community, perhaps only today and tomorrow. Tomorrow, yes? Or, yes. What? Saturday morning? Tomorrow is Saturday? No. I'm losing the time already. So 2 more days we are, or 1.5 more days we are together. Before I start speaking, I want to. Well, that's not. I'm sorry. I just come from another land, another world, dream world. So, just collecting myself. Before I start with the orderly presentation, I want to just share a little bit of my own thinking where I am at this moment. I have always been impressed by a meeting between a guru and his disciples. The guru was sitting on a chair like this, and he asked his disciples, is the chair empty or is the chair full? Now, those who knew their spiritual master knew they better don't say anything because there will be something unexpected. And a young person piped up and said, the chair is full, you're sitting there. And the spiritual master answered, well, it depends. When I'm empty, the chair is empty. When I'm full, the chair is full. I always liked this enigmatic talk because since quite some time it is absolutely clear to me that in spiritual life we must get the inside right, and then the outside will follow. But if we only get the outside right, we might miss it all. Over the years, this has become stronger. This feeling. I do know the work of Stanislavski and others who say you act. You can act yourself into something. I know that in our movement we like this motto, fake it until you make it. I know the various thinkers in our movement, what they have commented on this, fake it or make it. But here I would like to say in this class, I would like to say, although the, let us say, the application of sadhana bhakti or bhakti in practice definitely can bring us to a high spiritual result. That is, we follow the 64 angas of bhakti. It can bring us very far because they have an inherent shakti, these activities. Still, a mindful practice of these activities where the whole human being is involved. Body, mind and heart brings us so much faster to a result. I will go so far as to say it will bring us fast enough to the result before you give up, like the 90% of the devotees who have tried in our process and have been not successful and satisfied and left. So this mindful practice can bring you into the category that makes us. And I remember my conviction is based on this statement where Prabhupada says the art of Krishna consciousness is this, that while you do your activities, you think of Krishna. And he gave the example of the water-carrying ladies who carry their pots of water. They talk and they walk and they laugh and they breastfeed their babies, everything, but they are always mindful. Here's the cup of, or the pot of water, because if they would forget, if they would not put their mind to work, they would become very wet and would have to go all the way back to the well to again make the effort of bringing the water up. Good. Fine. This was some personal words. I will now talk also a little bit more on the point. What does it practically mean to think of Krishna? In his purport to the verse, Manmana bhava mat bhakto, always think of me, Srila Ramanujacharya gives us a very interesting method. He says to always think of Krishna means to immerse your mind in the 7 expansive, he says, and deep oceans of Krishna's compassion, good character, beauty, sweetness, gravity, benevolence, and affection. In his verse, before he explains the Vedanta Sutra, he says, if you begin, if you think of the Lord and his pastimes and everything else, and you practice this, one day what you think of while you practice will become, you will enter that and be in that reality. You remember the last session on this, we had an interesting excerpt from Jaiva Dhamma. Do you remember? There was, who was there? Paramahansa Babaji and Sannyasi Thakur. And this Paramahansa had practiced thinking Smaranam so much on Krishna's pastime that he was actually present there, and he yelled that Radha and Krishna must now be woken up, and for that Radha and Krishna will soon separate. So best is to cover the mouth of who? Who made noise, alarm clock of Braj? Kakati, the old monkey, yes. So, good. What you think of Smaranam will one day become your reality. From the Gita, you know this verse, where Krishna says in the 8th chapter, whoever thinks of me at the time of death, he will certainly attain my nature. No, he will go to me. It's very, very powerful. But as we will see, especially today, it will require a practice to think of Krishna. It will not come naturally without practicing to direct your mind. You have to direct your mind, says Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, like you direct the flow of a river to a new destination by just digging a new riverbed. No? So let us start now in our series. May you rest in peace. I would like to sing the glories of thinking of Krishna now. Please be so kind to sing along. Yang mam Smritva Gada, Gada Bhavati, Yangmang, Smritva Puta, Puto Bhavati, Yangmang, Smritva Vrati, Vrati Bhavati, Yangmang, Smritva Sakamo, Nishkamo Bhavati, Yangmang, Smritva Shrotriyo, Shrotriyo Bhavati. By remembering me. That's all right. I'll make a little music for you, so then it goes easier into your mind. Huh? By remembering me, a shallow person becomes deep. Oh, this is something for London. By remembering me, an impure person becomes pure. By remembering me, an impious person becomes pious. By remembering me, one full of material desires becomes desireless. By remembering me, a fool becomes learned. This verse you find in Gopal Tapani Upanishad, Uttara 4:7. So, yes, to immerse our minds in the 7 expansive and very deep oceans of Lord Krishna. Yesterday, or was it before yesterday, or in another life, it goes so. I promised to speak about the beauty of Krishna. I will not do this because you will faint if you really see the beauty of Krishna. I jump over the beauty and go to the sweetness, Krishna's Madhurya Jaladi. Say, Madhurya Jaladi. Krishna is an ocean of sweetness. What do you consider to be the distinguishing feature of Krishna from other models of God, the Christian God, the God of the desert people? What do you consider the quintessence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead? The Bhagavad, the Chaitanya Charitamrita answers it, Madhurya Bhagavata Sara. The essence of being Bhagavan, Krishna, is sweetness. That sweetness is the quintessence of his qualities. Krishna is sweet. First of all, what does this mean when we say Krishna is sweet? You see, when you would taste his finger, would it be like honey or taste like honey? What does this mean? In our philosophy, my dear devotees, or in the perspective which we have on Krishna, an amazing term appears about which a lot of philosophy is written and practiced and so on. It is rasa. It's the taste. The definition of rasa is that which is beyond your imagination. No person in this world can imagine the sweetness of Krishna. That which is heavy with wonder, it's a heavy surprise at each time, and it is relished with a heart shining with goodness. And such is known as rasa. No? 3 qualities. It is heavy. It is beyond the imagination. It is heavy with wonder, and it is relished in the heart, shining with goodness. This means only a purified heart will be able to really delve in the understanding of Krishna. A very good example is found in Krishna Lila when Kaliya, the snake, comes face to face with Krishna. He stared at Krishna because he had never ever seen such a personality. What he saw from the outside was that the Lord was wearing garments the color of, it looks like lightning. It has a little, in other words, it's electric. It's not just a color which is static, like this red is a static color. It is moving, like glittering like electricity. He saw that Krishna's body was delicate, very soft. And he saw that around Krishna was a light. The Bhagavatam says, like a glowing white cloud. Perhaps we have not seen glowing clouds, but it is when the sun shines into the cloud and then by the reflection of the little water particles and so on. He saw there was a mark on Krishna's chest. Do you remember? Yeah, how does this look? It's like a curl, like this. Like a spiral, like this. And it is with white hair. It was very remarkable. His face was, of course, smiling beautifully. There are 8 times of Krishna's smile, but we won't get into this because then we start to get lost in the ocean. And he had on the feet, he saw, when Krishna was swimming, so he looked at the feet and he saw there were marks on the feet. Now, he also saw that Krishna moved with the movement of a little child, although he was a youth. The child is very attractive always due to its very soft movements, and the youth is very attractive due to the charisma. Child, I guess, also has a charisma, but different. And then there was another age which was in Krishna's present. It was clever, it was naughty, it was very innocent and pure, and like a child. Everything was in there. And he was playing fearlessly in the water. So despite this amazing appearance of Kaliya, because Kaliya's heart was not shining with goodness, he was not able to taste or to relish Krishna, and he was highly upset. What is he doing in my territory? And wanted to bite Krishna on his chest. I think our mind has a little Kaliya qualities. When Krishna comes into, lands on the shore of our, through the hearing, through the canal, Krishna lands on the shore of our awareness. If our mind is not shining with goodness, it will reject Krishna, find Krishna boring, misunderstood Krishna, understand Krishna, compare him with worldly thing, and just cannot deal with him at all. Therefore, a practice is required so that our mind gets purified and starts to shine with goodness, and then we will see Krishna as beyond all our thoughts. Like Prabhupada once was asked, and how does Krishna look? And then Prabhupada said, completely different than you think. It's beyond imagination. And it is heavy with wonder. No? Heavy with wonder. Krishna is Krishna. It's wonderful. So, let us be clear. Every living entity, beginning from Brahma, down all the scale of the evolutionary ladder, down, down, down to the insignificant ant, needs to taste something. He must relish some taste. Prabhupada says it's like this. Every living entity beginning from Brahma, the first living entity within the material world, down to the insignificant ant, desires to relish some taste derived from sense perception. These sensual experiences are technically called rasa. Now, there are two tastes. One is the mundane taste, and then there is the spiritual taste. The mundane rasa, or the mundane taste, has one quality. It is anitya. It does not last very long. Today, 4 devotees went to buy ice cream and relish ice cream. And imagine these devotees would be in a time loop. They would not be able to leave the ice cream parlor. It's, by the way, just across the street. If you want to try, you can. And they would be cursed to spend the rest of the summer camp in this tongue movement. Already after 1 hour, I don't know, maybe earlier, half an hour, their teeth would most probably hurt because the nerves would, the tongue would become very disturbed, and so on, and it would taste very, very not satisfying. Therefore, Prabhupada says, mundane karmis or workers are apt to change their position of enjoyment. And finally, death finishes all their happiness. Now, the bhakti rasa, the taste of spiritual life, or bhakti here, does not even finish with the end of life. In fact, you will continue happily after you have given up this body, tasting Krishna, and so on. The bhakti rasa further purifies one from material designation, and the bhakti rasa can be relished perpetually. It's a little bit like the first point. So this is bhakti. Once, and I only know this since a few days, the devotees had a doubt about one prayer which we sing. Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu me. Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu me. Srila Prabhupada had always instructed his followers, we should not try to see Jagannath or Krishna. No, we should act in such a way that he sees us and elevate us. Our minds were full with this sentence. But in this song it says, "Oh Jagannath, please kindly be visible to my eyes. So they asked, is this prayer authorized? I think this prayer has been composed. Is that the prayer composed by Shankaracharya? I'm asking. No, I don't know. So we don't know who. So they asked, is this a bona fide prayer? You said we should not try to see God, and here we are praying, become visible, come here. Prabhupada said, at this occasion, unless you are experiencing Jagannath, how will you continue your devotional service? Because, again, he had this in mind, what he wrote in the preface of Nectar of Devotion, what we just heard, that everyone, from Brahma down to the end, is highly dependent on relishing some taste through the sense perception. It is necessary, and either you have the Bhakti rasa or you have the mundane rasa. I really think many of our difficulties and our to upkeep a very, very pure spiritual life is because we just don't taste anything, and then we need to see something, we need to taste something that immediately grabs our attention, and then we, the taste from the mundane rasa can be obtained much faster. It just goes ping. You put the ice cream on the tongue, and there it is. But when you put Krishna's holy name on the tongue, there is not immediately such a deep, immersive experience that overwhelms us, not immediately. Sometimes in this evening kirtans, we all feel Krishna's holy names very, very acutely or very, very nicely. So, yes, this idea of tasting Krishna is important, and therefore our Ramanujacharya encourages us, get into the ocean of Krishna's sweetness. Now, we all, let me ask you now, there are 4 essential qualities that distinguish Krishna from Narayan and from all his avatars. Something that has to do with this madhurya or sweetness. Who know? I think you have heard it many times, but can you kindly recollect this part of what you have heard? What are these 4 sweetnesses of Krishna? Leela, his pastimes. Venu, his flute play. Rupa, his form, yes. I'm sorry? Prema, yes. He is surrounded by his loving devotees. I will share with you a lesser-known pastime of Krishna in a moment. And there you will find all the 4 a little bit. But I wanted to first tell you that there are 3 gates through which you can enter this type of sweetness of Krishna, these sweetnesses of Krishna. Like when you come into the temple room, you need to go through the gate. When you want to go into the palace of Bhakti, you need to go through the gate of accepting a guru and learning, following his instructions and learning also from many teachers, Shiksha gurus. So there is also some gate that brings us to Krishna. The first is, this is from Jiva Goswami, the Aishwarya Gatha. It is a majestic form. Today, I had spoken so much about the cable cart to devotees secretly, go to the cable cart, go to the cable cart, that I felt now I also go to the cable cart. I I remember when the cable car took off, first we went over this river and I felt like, oh, hopefully this is very cool out down there. And then we went up and I was with another devotee and the cable car, and we had agreed we will only chant and feel Krishna's majestic form, his universal form, the mountains and the sky this is one majestic form which is available to the conditioned souls. But Jiva Goswami has another majestic form, the majesty of Krishna in mind, his Narayan form. Our Brahma always chants Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And Vasudeva can be seen as the all-pervading Vasudeva, who's there in many forms. So Krishna actually showed him this form, this majestic form. You remember after Brahma had tried to steal the cowherd boy associates from Krishna, Krishna was not at all thinking what is now. He expanded himself into identical forms. These forms of the cowherd boys had the same dress, the same facial feature, and even the same teeth. Same hair color, same eye color. They were absolutely identical. And when Brahma came after a moment to see what Krishna would do now, he saw him playing amongst all cowherd boys. He thought, I just stole the cowherd boys, isn't it? But maybe this Vrindavan is a little bewildering for me. So he went to the place where he had locked them up, so to say. They were sleeping in a cave somewhere in the universe. They were there. So he came back again, and there they were. And it is described, the British Basis will tell you, Brahma has his forehead because he looked between these locations very quickly, and then some extra head who are very confused and grew Brahma. The British Basis perspective. There's different perspectives. So yeah, and then he came back and saw that before his eyes, these Krishna cowherd boys turned into something else, four-armed Vishnus. Krishna has thought, you are always worshipping Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. I will show you a little of my pastimes, of my qualities. And he expanded into four-armed Vishnu forms. And that is his Aishvarya, his majesty, it has this wow effect, Then the next gate is Madhurya Gata. You can go to this Madhurya, his sweet form. For instance, when Mother Yashoda, when Krishna drinks the breast milk of Mother Yashoda, and he will hold her divine breast and drink and is fully satisfied, and some drops of milk sprinkle on his blue faces, and then when he opens the mouth slightly, there is a tooth is there. It has just grown in the night, perhaps. No, and this is the Madhurya Gata. It's very sweet. And then there is a form which I take as an access to Krishna. It's the Kripa Gata. Gata means to go through the mercy, a merciful form. That Krishna is even kind to someone who only imitates to be his devotees. Who is the imitation devotee in Krishna Lila? Putana. She dressed up. She looked like some Devi Dasi. God is like Devi means resplendent goddess, you know. It's interesting how we call the Matajis. Devi means a resplendent goddess. But then there comes the Dasi, that means the servant of Radharani, who is the Adi Devi. No? Anyways, so when Krishna had granted his mercy to Putana, who had just dressed up like a devotee, but had really a bad intention. Her mind was not good, but her outside was very good. So this gives me a chance that my outside is good, relatively good, with this dhoti and all. Hair could be better, according to social norms of ISKCON. But we can improve on this also. But the inside is not good. The inside is not yet very Krishna conscious. So, but there is the mercy which the Lord, the merciful form. Good. Everything in relationship to Krishna becomes sweet, and I wanted to sing a song with you to show this, and no, that comes a little later, that song. That's the song which we will sing it also. It's an amazing song. But this is Vallabhacharya's sweetness song, and we will sing it. We have perhaps kartal players here. And we will do like this, that we will first hear the translation of each song, Adharam, and then we will sing it. I think it's nice to sing with understanding. It makes the point that everything which is in contact with Krishna becomes sweet. It's very beautiful. One moment, it's very beautiful. We will sing the first 4 verses. His lips are sweet. His face is sweet. His eyes are sweet. His smile is sweet. His heart is sweet. His gait, you know, how he moves, the steps, is sweet. Everything is sweet about the original Lord of sweetness.
Adharam madhuram vadanam madhuram nayanam madhuram hasitam madhuram hridayam madhuram gamanam madhuram madhuradipate akhilam madhuram.
Everyone. Madhuradipate akhilam madhuram.
Madhuradipate akhilam madhuram.
His voice is sweet. His character is sweet. His dress is sweet. His speech is sweet. His movements are sweet. His wandering is sweet. Everything is sweet about the original Lord of sweetness. Let's try to sing with Krishna.
Vachanam madhuram Charitam Maduram Vasanam Maduram Valitam Maduram Chalitam Maduram Brahmitam Maduram Madhuradipate Akilam Maduram.
His flute is sweet. His foot dust is sweet. His hands are sweet. His feet are sweet. His dancing is sweet. And listen, all you good people, his friendship is sweet. Everything is sweet about the original Lord of sweetness.
Venu Maduro, Renu Madura, Panir Madura, Pado Madura, Redyam Madura, Sakyam Madura, Madhuradipate Akilam Maduram, Madhuradipate Akilam Maduram.
His singing is sweet. His drinking is sweet. His eating is sweet. His sleeping is sweet. His beauty is sweet. His tilak is sweet. Everything is sweet about the original Lord of sweetness. Karanam
Gita Maduram, Pita Maduram, Bhukta Maduram, Sutta Maduram, Rupa Maduram, Tilakam Maduram, Madhuradipate Akilam Maduram, Madhuradipate Akilam Maduram.
His deeds are sweet. His acts of deliverance are sweet. You know how he pulled someone out of this world. His stealing, so sweet. His amorous play is sweet. His yawning when he gets up or is bored is sweet. And even, all you good people, please listen, even his chastisements are sweet. Everything is sweet about the original Lord of sweetness.
Karanam Maduram, Taranam Maduram, Haranam Maduram, Ramanam Maduram, Vamitam Maduram, Shamitam Maduram, Madhuradipate Akilam Maduram, Madhuradipate Akilam Maduram.
His garland of gunja berries is sweet. His flower garland is sweet. His Yamuna river is sweet. And her waves, water and lotuses are all sweet. Everything is sweet about the Lord of sweetness.
Kunja Madura, Malala Madura, Yamuna Madura,
His gopis are sweet. His pastimes are sweet. His paraphernalia, like his bugle and his ornaments are sweet. His food is sweet. His delight is sweet. His embrace is sweet. Everything is sweet about the original Lord of sweetness.
Gopi Madhura, Leela Madhura, Yuktam Madhura, Bhuktam Madhura, Ishtam Madhura, Shishtam Madhura, Madhura Dipate Akhilam Madhura, Madhura Dipate Akhilam Madhura.
His gopas are sweet. His cows are sweet. His staff is sweet. His acts of creation of this world is sweet. His defeat of demons is sweet. And his bestowal of fruits of one's sadhana is also sweet. Everything is sweet about the original Lord of sweetness.
Gopa Madhura, Gavo Madhura, Yashir Madhura, Shrishtir Madhura, Dalitam Madhura, Falitam Madhura, Madhura Ripate Akhilam Madhura, Madhura Ripate Akhilam Madhura, Madhura Ripate Akhilam Madhura,
This quality of Krishna, which makes him so much more than the personality portrayed in film movies, in Amrita Katha, comics. This quality of Krishna, which makes him so much more than we can presently understand of Krishna, can sometimes be confusing. When Radharani was, this is from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya Lila, in Purva Raga, that is expecting to meet Krishna. She had obviously heard about Krishna. She had seen a photo or a painting of Krishna. She sometimes would hear the flute, but she had not yet met Krishna. She thought one day, since I have heard the name of a person called Krishna, I have practically lost my good sense. Then there is another person who plays his flute in such a way that after I hear the vibration, intense madness arises in my heart. And again, there is still another person to whom my mind becomes attached when I see his beautiful lightning-like effulgence in his picture. Therefore, I think that I'm greatly condemned, for I have become simultaneously attached to 3 persons. It would be better for me to die because of this. I think we understand when the heart is torn between three people where one feels excessive loving emotions, then one thinks, what is with me? I'm so unchaste, I'm so split personality, what is wrong? Lalita then, once Radha spoke in confidence about her confusion, and Lalita came and said to him, "Oh Radhe, it's the same person. It's the same person, not different." This is because, remember, one quality of rasa, what was it? Heavy with something? With wonderment, yes, and beyond the imagination. And there's so much a relish, no? I want to now talk about, just very briefly, go with you, tell you a pastime, a Lila Madhurya, which I find very Madhurya. It is taken from Vishwanath Chakravarti's work, The Moonbeams of Pure Astonishment. Astonishment rasa has this, no? But before this, I would like to share with you his gloss. Gloss means his explanation of what manmana bhava can mean. You know, we have this verse, think of Krishna always, remember? Become what? Become his devotees, then worship, and then offer obeisances. You know everything. So this is the verse which is one of the verses that is repeated twice, because this is the verse about Krishna in the Gita. So what does this mean to think of Krishna? Listen to Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, because I think it will help you to relish the Leela more when you can just hear this. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, the phrase manmana bhava can mean, be situated with your mind completely absorbed in me. Then how do I do this here? Shyam Sundar, who has a moon-like face, framed by shining locks of hair and beautiful eyebrows, raining nectar in the form of glances of sweet mercy. So a devotee who would follow this hint of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur would perhaps see first a deity of Shyama Sundar and then take the deity into his heart. He would see the moon-like face before his eyes, shining. It is there is this rings which are moving up and down, and there was a light dancing. He would then focus his mind on the shining locks of hair. And then he would see the beautiful eyebrows in his mind. And then he would actually confront the Lord, who looks at him with glances of sweet mercy. I don't do this meditation so often, I do others, so I have to read it. That's how Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says. So when you think of Krishna, think of his moon-like face, dancing hair, eyebrows, smile, and what does he do? He looks with sweet glances at you. Not at you, because he's engaged in Leela Madhurya at the moment. In the pastimes of Radha and Krishna, there are two aspects. One is they are separated, the other is they are meeting together. Sometimes Radharani, to give pleasure to Krishna, gets into the role of a heroine who is extremely upset with her lover, and she goes into this mood of man, loving rejection. It's just outside. Inside is is something else, of course. So Krishna cannot see Radha, and he does many things in order to try to get through to her. But often he's blocked by Radharani's Sakis, who say, no, 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 you are not qualified to meet our divine mistress, our Devi. You go Syamasundar, go to your cow-herding back. You are very brute in your... You're not like-minded, really. So this gives Krishna very big troubles, and he does many things to see Srimati Radharani. So one time, in utter desperation, Krishna disguised himself entirely. He took on the form of a lady. He dressed up like a lady, and as a young singer, Krishna adopted the voice of a cuckoo in spring, who is just a very sweet voice, because the mangoes are there in the spring season, and the cuckoo drinks them, and they're better than this, obviously. He put on jingling ankle bells when he walked. And he went to Kundalata. Kundalata first couldn't recognize him, and then Krishna said, "It's me. Can you bring me to Radharani? Tell her I'm a good singer, and I will sing something for her." So Kundalata is the niece of Krishna. Yes, she said, yes, you're very well dressed, but is your heart good? Yeah, very good, best heart. So he then went with Kundalata to Radha, and was very shy. And Radha, who was pining inside, or yearning inside to meet Krishna, but who had put up this tough exterior of rejection, said, "O Kundalatike, whom did you bring?" "Oh, I brought a girl from Mathura. She says she learned the art of singing from Brihaspati, the guru of the Devatas. And would you like to hear her singing?" "How did she learn from Brihaspati?" said Radha. "Well, Brihaspati came down from the heavenly planets to Mathura, where he performed a yagya, and during the yagya, he chanted one very long hymn. And this girl was there, overheard the hymn, and when he was finished, she sang the whole entire hymn from memory. And Brihaspati was so much impressed to see the young talent of this girl that he said, 'Why don't you come with me to the heavenly planets? I will teach you the full art of Sangita, of singing.' And she has just come back from the heavenly planets, just yesterday. Her name is Kalavali, and she says she would like to sing for you. Is that acceptable? It might heighten your mood." So Radharani looked at Kalavali, and when she looked, she saw there was a transformation in her being. She became so happy. And like a regal empress, she said, "Yes, Kalavali, sing something." And Kalavali said in a very high voice, "Which song should I sing?" Radha answered, "I think you cannot get the Shuddha pitch because of some bile in your throat. Sing the Veena pitch. It's a certain I do not really know. We would have to ask Badahari. So then Krishna, as Kalavati, began to sing a song. You find it here. It is a song which really has no poetic words. It's just melody. It's like we would sing la 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 without this. So Krishna sings ta na na ta na na ri ta na na. It's much beautiful. If I would now press it into some boring rhythm or song, it would not be. So he sang. And when he sang this, would you like to try? Ta na na ta na na ri. Once again. Ta na na ta na na ri. But much more beautiful than we can do. I think we can't even do the Veena pitch and so on. The Sakis began to cry in ecstasies. Tears came from their eyes like rivers. And even large pebbles like this began to melt because of the sweetness of Krishna's song. And even Radha, who had tried to make her heart as hard as a diamond, felt that her heart was melting, the diamond melted. So when Krishna was, when Kalavali was finished, Radha knew who this was. Because only Krishna can touch her heart like this. She said, oh, very, very nice singing. Usually she should have been given now a gold medal and golden ornaments. But I think this is not enough. Rupa Manjari, you please come and please dress her up and right in front of me with amazing cloths and ornaments. So the amazing cloths and ornaments were brought. And Kundalata, sawing the disaster coming close, said, no, Radha, this Kalavali is different from normal girls. She is very shy. And Radha said, well, no lady is shy in the assembly of other educated and cultured ladies. So at her hint, two Sakis came and hold Krishna's left and right arm, Kalavali's left and right arm, and they took down the blouse which she had. And when they took it a little bit more down and more down, two big kadamba flowers fell out of his blouse. And Krishna very angrily picked up these two flowers, put up his blouse, and went straight to Jyotila, the mother-in-law, where Radha is like a captive in a prison. This is the mother of, who is the son? Abhimanyu, yes. And with false tears in his eyes, Kalavali said, I'm the daughter of Kirtida's sister. The sister, Kirtida is Radha's mother, then there is the sister, and I'm the daughter of this sister. But Radha totally ignores me. She is not nice to me, who am her niece. I have come here to her, and she drives me into a panic. So Jatila saw, oh, the little girls are quarreling. So she went to Radha and said, Radha, this is the daughter of your mother's sister. You should now meet her in a secluded room, and you should discuss, like little girls, all your differences. And how can Radha now say, no, again, she is outsmarted by Krishna. But with a happy smile, her man has melted already by the singing. They move in the house of Jatila. If you go today to the house of Jatila, it's still, there is a rebuilding of that, or something that memorizes that house. There's one room, the room of Radha, and there is one little, looks like a window. That's the window through which Krishna came and went. It's in the first story. This is very nice. They have kept it very nice. They're very nice devotees there. So yeah, so this is the sweetness of Krishna's pastime. And I thought to finish this, we will do a little meditation. Now please remember, for some of us who are perhaps new in this, to think of Krishna, we get restless. When can we hear some good concept we can relate to? No? It's a sadhana to hear this. Prabhupada wrote about this sadhana. The transcendental pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna are so powerful that simply by hearing, reading, and memorizing this book Krishna, one is sure to be transferred to the spiritual world, which is ordinarily very difficult to achieve. No? So, would you like to meditate about Krishna? And it is only 2 minutes, and then we can change the subject, if you wish. I request you to sit very straight. Can you sing Hare Krishna on the Madhuram word? No? We will sing the Hare Krishna mantra. This is what we sing in the beginning. Rama Krishna Krishna. Yes. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Sing one more time. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, as you prepare yourself for a Krishna meditation, go to your breath, slow and long inhales and slow and deep exhales. When you breathe in, walk with your breath. That is, stay with your breath. Don't think anything else than, oh, I'm breathing in or breathing out. You will see how your breathing will deepen. Continue to breathe like this, no? And it will do a mental reset. When your mind wanders away from your breath, no problem. Return to your breath. Gentle and not so much forced inhales, deep inhales, and gentle, deep exhales. Bring to your mind now Lord Krishna's moon-like face. Perhaps you want to think of the moon, how the moon in a night looks. And then you have an image of Krishna's face. Their shining locks of hair. They're not just black, they're shining. He has beautiful eyebrows. And he looks at you. And you look at him. Your eyes meet, and you see how there's nectar, there is sweetness coming through his eyes in the form of glances of sweet mercy. Try to hold this image. You can also remember the form of the deity of Krishna, perhaps Radha Syam Sundar, Radha Madan Mohan. And while you sing, please sing to this Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna sing alone, and then afterwards you will sing Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare So Hare Krishna, I thank you very much for participating so kindly and patiently in this subject matter. I hope there was something that you like to pursue inside. There's a journey waiting for you, a path that only you can walk. To remember Krishna, never forget him throughout your days. Hare Krishna. Do you have any questions? Krishna Chaitanya Maharaj.
Thank you, Maharaj, for bringing us to Krishna's sweetness. But I want to lodge a doubt. Don't mind.
No.
You spoke, you gave the example of the devotees taking ice cream and then being put into an eternal loop.
As a thought experiment, yes.
Yes. So, to me, this raises a question whether, of course, we're speaking of spiritual madhurya. And we also know, I believe it's explained in Ayurveda, that there are 6 tastes, including salty and sweet and bitter and so on. And I think, you and I had a very nice lunch yesterday, and it was not all sweets. And if it had been all sweets, I'm not sure it would have been as relishable as it was.
Yeah.
So we're hearing of Krishna's sweetness, and it seems like there's only 2 options. There's madhurya and there's aishvarya. And I wonder sometimes, well, what about the salty and the sour and the bitter and so on? Maybe you can comment on this.
Wonderful. It's so nice to... Have you understood our Krishna Chaitanya Maharaj? A very thoughtful Vaishnava, professor. Professor Vaishnava. No, that he wouldn't be happy with just this designation. No. Yes, the sweetness is it is salty sweet and bitter sweet and everything. Yes, there are various nuances. Don't worry that it's all only sugar. We even hear that this rasa, the rasa theology, there is always so many tastes are combining together even in one lila. And some of the tastes are compatible and others are not compatible. For instance, in the Madhurya rasa, the Vira rasa, that is the hero rasa, is very, very compatible. And Krishna in this world goes and confronts Sankachuda and slays Sankachuda. This is very, very compatible to Madhurya rasa. So even in this world, there's a lot of spicing in the Leela. Imagine Radha and Krishna are not only together in sweet exchanges and singing, but all of a sudden this demon comes. He is a servant of Kamsa. He kidnaps actually the gopis, or it looks like this at least, and then Krishna comes, runs up to him. He flees and leaves the gopis under the protection of Balaram, and then runs and slays Sankachuda. An amazing spicing to a romantic meeting, So there are many such other rasas that are experienced in there. It is variety which is the source of enjoyment, as our Maharaj is pointing out, and that variety is there. But it's all, but the quintessence, when you go deep, 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 it's not just the essence, it's the essence of the essence. You will find that whatever Krishna does, even his chastisements, they are sweet, no? Whatever. And that is a little inconceivable. Maharaj, I will now address you personally. I have begun to become thrilled by the inconceivableness of Krishna. I like this poem, undiscovered beauty, unexplored variety. That is what you are for me at this moment, Krishna. But one day, just like the sun, you will rise right in my heart, hopefully. So yes, we don't know everything about Krishna. And yesterday I said something to challenge the devotee. Yesterday, what was yesterday? Yesterday was Holy Name. We were drunk with the Holy Name yesterday. So we don't remember all the details, but the day before was something. Or was there also Holy Name? Something was there. And I remember I said, what's the opposite of faith? Obviously it's doubt, but here I wanted to make a point, and I said it's conviction. That you plunder the Lord with your concepts. The immatureness of the bhakta in its who has not yet had a darshan of the Lord is that he thinks, I understand everything of the Lord, and then he gets stuck there. This conviction is very dangerous. It is good to think of the Lord as being inconceivable. After all, he's Krishna, and he is there. So therefore, yes, you can. I think Krishna Chaitanya Maharaj, again, because Krishna Chaitanya Maharaj is my good friend also, next to that he is very intelligent and I'm not, this good friendship has developed, a strange friendship of two opposite poles. And I'm becoming overwhelmed with friendly emotions, and I'm just the inconceivable nature of that loop. I believe we are training with our chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra to discover the sweetness of just one thing, one item that is connected with Krishna. We hear he is Krishna, the name. We chanted. Yesterday we chanted 12 hours. Some of us did 6 hours of chanting. And we are practicing there to taste Krishna. And you all know what it is. When you sing the holy names, after some time you become tired, your mind wanders, you think there are so many interesting people here, let me meet them, that's also good, and so on. And then you have another voice inside of you. I want to really become closer to the holy name. So let me stick it out. Let me go through it. And after some time, when the Lord may become convinced of your surrender, he reveals his sweetness. But it's the same Hare, Krishna and Rama. 6 hours, 12 hours, some 24 hours. 24 is a little long, but Haridas Thakur, 22, 4 minus 2 hours, and so on. And they would feel that we hear Prabhupada says, oh, the name, I have not just, Haridas Thakur, Prabhupada speaks like this. He chanted from early morning, the whole day, throughout the night, and then the morning sun rose and it was dawning, and he said, what? I've not even started to chant. Prabhupada said, that is chanting the Maha Mantra. To enter this loop, if you so want, this eternal mode of being with Krishna And it's at the moment difficult for us to understand, because we can really only survive if we change. If we change melodies in kirtan, otherwise we would be stranding. We can survive only if we change our modus operandis, our concepts. I am like this. I always need to hear something new, otherwise I'm bored. You know, and like this, we are conditioned souls. And, but yes, something. You would be able to answer much nicer, but just sharing. Anyone else?
Hare Krishna, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
I liked it very much, the descriptions of Krishna you gave. But when it came to the meditation, I had really difficulties. And I was also wondering if it could become a wrong conviction as well, because I cannot even imagine Krishna's color, a shining blackish blue. I think I'm really not able to... every face I was imagining, I was thinking it cannot be
cannot be
close.
Like this,
Yeah.
not close. Yeah.
Yeah.
How long are you practicing Krishna consciousness?
Oh, actually, I'm a little bit like an on and off devotee, so I cannot say that I'm practicing for 20 years, but I know Krishna consciousness for 20 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. You said very nicely, and I think it applies to many of us, on and off. If I want, I'm a passionate tea drinker, and I know when I want to boil my tea, I can't have on and off electricity, Indian electricity. I have to have a constant supply to it, then it gets to the right temperature. You know, this is a sadhana, this is a serious process that brings you from A to what is it, B or Z? Yeah, it's not just an exciting group to belong to with interesting swamis and nice melodies and so on. It is a very serious devotional practice. It requires more consistency than boiling a teacup, getting a teacup. So yes, it is sadhana. What you practice now and consistently, that is what you become later. Wonderful, no? What you please see that what you can do, but there is something you can do. Do you believe that Krishna can appear in a deity? You believe that? You would stand in a TV show and defend that belief? Or just only amongst devotees you believe? Or
To be honest, I don't hope that I ever will to be in a TV show because I'm very shy, but I would defend it. But my voice would shake.
Good. So you better have some philosophical arguments, because I plan to invite you for a video where when you speak about this, you have to, people will know, does she believe it or not? Don't worry, I won't do this. Yes, if you believe that Krishna is there in the deity, then I suggest the following. Have a deity, a picture of Krishna in your house, an altar, chant before this image of Krishna. Then you will see, oh, that's his face, this is his eyes, and it will imprint itself in your mind. That is good. Usually the Archa Vigraha, the form of the Lord, which he takes in a form of elements which we can see with these eyes, is very recommended in order to practice Krishna consciousness. We are all invited to join the ceremonies in the temple, to come for Jamashtami and sing for the deity and look at him, and then it becomes emblazoned one day in the canvas of your heart. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, my dear everyone, I think our time is up. I thank you very much. Next Krishna Katha, next Sweet Ocean will be something very accessible. I will discuss how Krishna runs after his devotees to catch them. We sometimes feel, oh, we go after Krishna, but no, this is different. Krishna is also interested in us the way we are, and that's one of his sweet qualities. He runs after his devotees to save them. Good. But what the quality is, I must honestly admit, I know the content, but it needs still some architecture of that lecture. Hare Krishna. See you this evening for the kirtan. Hare Krishna.